Hello, everyone. Welcome at another episode of Fixing Things Together for 28th of February 2024. I'm Jan Dvorak, your host and founder of Literary Universe. And with me here is Jasper, our UX researcher, and Henry, our UI designer. Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Hello. What's up, everyone?
So, we don't have anything really prepared. So, if you guys in the chat encounter some issues, let us know. Other than that, just we have quite a few things coming up, and I just actually merge one pull request in. So let's get situated on that and like this. So this is the
Alright.
current status of development. Just merged in extended fanfiction settings. And what I'm working on is, let's say, a payment. So payment system. Let's jump it here, and we'll have probably some new translation coming in. So we have new payment systems, or how it works right now. So far, we have donations for authors that have been working, and I have started working on what's called, let's pop this here, nice. What will be eventually be, let's say, like we call it fan clubs. So that you will eventually be able to set up your own fan clubs as a author, and will also work for other places. But let me get here. Let's check if we have any new versions updates available. And then we'll dive right into it. I will pick up, let's see, the design that Henry has been working on. And that's what we'll be implementing, at least today partially. In here, I have a little bit of a headache for some reason, or my head hurts. So I don't think we'll be able to be here the full time. And this is the design, which is mostly done. I think we still need to maybe do the checkboxes to look this nice. And here we go. Originally, we call it author support, but now it's fan clubs. So I did already all the stuff for these settings. And now it's part to open it up when everything is working. So let's see here. I'll be trying also the new publish composite element here. And we'll check soon how things look. So you will probably see it will be quite a bit different from what we are used to. based on that, we'll move forward. So show up here in a moment. It was the startup after these big changes take a little bit. Here it is. So looking very much forward to deploy this because already there has been quite a lot of things. So you can see here, this is already me testing it out for donations. So that's, here donation settings, here have the payout settings, and here I started on the fan clubs. So let me go to that thing. And guys, if you see anything that doesn't look correct, let me know. First things first, I need to add here the badge. And okay. Fan club settings, top. That was the ears icon. Or Henry, do you remember what's the name of this icon? It's called here, it's tier.
Yes, let me check.
I don't have it in my recommendation, but let me try. Tier list, import from, and it's going to be icons. Does it exist, but I don't trust the AI. But let's take a look. Or not. Good. Okay. So let's give it a few more moments and see if it. Yeah, of course not. Sometimes it might have issue with. Maybe it's at tier 1. That's. Because that's like another thing that we are. Planning. Yes, so it's tier 1. That was the icon.
Okay.
Tiers. So now what I'm going to implement is thinking about this. I think this cancel and save button will not be necessary because the add tier is going to be. It's going to, if I remember correctly, open up a modal. Like, or is this the one? So is this or this part should be a modal, or should it be just appear there?
It should be a model, yeah.
Okay. We'll do that for editing as well. So I believe today we'll just get the general thing and take a look. So on the tier list, right now what we are going to do is create a model that will be do that. Title, which just get the getting here up as well. So message will be then at here. So with that we have this. And we have the right now just an empty content. And the palette is primary, I do believe. So okay, and let me see, we have the line there, which I am missing. And oh man, what do we call it? Separator. See if that helps out. I guess we want line before and after there. Just figure things out. One thing that I don't like, what not sure, maybe Henry can help me out. Figma changed that. Now it doesn't show distances to the other elements. Would you know how to maybe re-enable that? That would help me.
Distance distance between, sorry, hold
But
on.
between elements, usually how it used to be is that I click on an element, and as I kind of hover onto the other one, it would tell me what is the distance between them. But now it's just empty.
You could click that on ILT on your keyboard, so it will be appears the pixels. That's the one. And also on this, I appear to use like 24. Oh, no. Oh no, your ILT is different. Okay. Yeah, you pick a color picker on your ILT. Okay, let me. So you want to know between this and the distance, how much pixel, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not like like in general because it used to be there. I get this this annoying get the dev mode stuff,
Let me see.
and
Oh, I see that one. Hold on.
it's like I'm the freaking admin. Why should I request access to a feature from myself? Like, and I already
Okay. Yeah. You. Okay. You could pick up on the most for the right corner upper. Yes. You just hover that, and then the developer mode will be off. So yeah.
yeah,
Please
but
check
that
that.
doesn't.
Then
But even then, it doesn't show me the distance.
the distance.
It doesn't
Okay.
show, which is strange. And I like the development mode, what it does. So
Oh, I see. Okay. Let me check the distance.
it's like Figma is doing. It's like I just approved the request to myself. So let's see what happens.
Can you try pressing and holding the Alt key again while hovering around?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holding,
let's.
but
Okay. So let's take a
Yeah, let's
look
wait a
if this is what I think it did, or if it's just going to. Okay, so it just upgraded me to full design seed, which was not my intention.
okay, now
And I don't want to
do you
be in
see
a
the
design
difference?
mode. I want to be in a freaking dev mode. Now it
Nah,
works.
it's you
Okay.
see that? Okay. Oh, that's do you mean with the distance? So it appears like the red line guide.
Okay, now I downgrade myself here. And I think it will be gone. So if that's the case, then I have like only like full or viewer restricted. So yikes.
Okay,
And that one
now
doesn't show it. So it's a
press.
feature of the full view. It's like stupid. If I have like another thing, it's like get rid of this freaking thing because it's in a way of other things.
Okay, now you cannot use the alt control to see the distance.
No,
What happened? Why?
it's just I think what they did there is because I have the viewer restricted. I cannot just be a viewer for some reason because they just want me to be full. But like other people who can view, no. Okay, so it's really not. It's like completely random who can be viewer, which I was before, who is viewer restricted, which I'm right now.
Yeah, this person has restricted icon. They will be able to edit file when their account is upgraded. Nani?
Yeah.
What happened? Okay.
So yeah, they pretty much just want to get more money out of us. That's what's happening here.
Oh my god.
I'm looking here in the back end. Seriously. So if I upgrade myself to full, what does the billing says? Yeah, the billing says that we'll have to pay. Of course, that's given, but why can I not? Why cannot I not switch to the yearly payments? That's my problem.
Yeah, hold on. Now you don't have. Oh no! It appears again. You have to.
Oh, I just like temporarily put myself, fully upgraded, and I'm just, yeah. Let's not bother with that. So now we have here a model that's going to appear. Let's quickly check. something here in the background. There is something that I am. Okay, so that should be. I think that should be everything I need here. Okay, so with this, I'm setting a definitive time limit. Okay. So that was not helpful. That's annoying, but what can be done? So we have the tier. I think, Henry, given that you have kind of left empty space here, do you want to have there like an icon, or is there supposed to be an icon? I'm just not seeing it.
It should be it like plus icon there.
Okay.
Okay, the add icon is disappeared. Okay, it's quite strange. Let me try to. Okay, hold on, just a moment. Boom. There you go. It appears. Yeah. Noise.
Really adding it there. I just got an idea of what we can do and discuss together. So this is the. I guess I may have to pump it. I'm like always experimenting what should be the proper size. So 1.6 EM. So I think that's like these up here.
1.6.
What do you think? Is that a nice?
25 pixels. Okay, where are you going to put that? 25 pixels on. That's on a padding, but I think that's no problem at all.
Yeah, I think the 1.6 EM looks here very nice, and it's going to scale based on how people have things. So I'm going to quickly do here with you guys the basic form layout, just so that we can check that we have everything here, what I think we do. And then once we have that on submit,
it's very old design. it's very wrong. It's very wrong, I think. It's like I don't know, like it's there is like, well, drop down button, and then there are the digit number. I think that's quite very wrong. Well, I don't know. What do you think about it, guys? But I think it's quite.
I think those two should be separate.
Should be happening must be like this.
Correct? Yes, that looks better.
Yes. And it's all this. We're using same components with it to 40. 40. And Is this number will be changed? Could be changed?
Mhm.
If
So
the,
maybe what I think, I will actually get to play with the amount there. Instead of having the like number and the sign inside there, that should be like just a number input, and then slash amount should be after it. So let me get actually started on how I think it would look. So we have here
so yes, so it's basically
field,
like the number input
which is
come as first, and then the
main
currency.
component is input
Oh, sorry.
row input. Input values, that's the name of the component. Type is text. Wow, it's and we also put in the label for right now just text. Title. And now this one. This one is going to be interesting because we have two inputs together. So let's now area. And here we can actually try to do.
This is very old design. 40, okay, and this should be 20 padding, 20, and also below here it should be 20. Oh no. It's very old. I'm back.
I'll come back. I'm looking if we even have like a string called description in our language, which apparently we don't, which is a bit of a surprise for me.
Yeah, we're rarely doing that, and yeah, I think we need that one string for like such description, correct, Jan? To put for
Yeah,
put
well,
the
here you
text in
have tier descriptions. So let's keep up with that. And for those interests, I'm just like looking, where do we have our payments? No, it's under plans that we have the payments. We might have to do payment club. Here. So in this case, since we don't have it, I'll just have this as I'm not too thrilled from the design perspective. I like it, but from technical perspective, I'm not too thrilled of these, you could say, subfield here. That's fine. I'll figure it out.
Okay. So okay, this thing I'm going to check it out. Okay.
No, that's fine. It's
Sure.
probably, yeah, well, because we'll need this anyway. So I'll just create a new type of field for that. And I'll have like some sort of a container. So it's going to be a flags. This will be like, next to each other in the end anyway, even on mobile. So that's fine. Number, and here we'll have label. Right now, I'm just going to. I could probably do it just like that. What is the gap between the amount and currency? Just use our usual 20 pixels. Input row. This will be amount for a little bit, and this will be select, and let's see if this currency select is going to work here out of the box. No. Let's look over here, and after the updates, see how it looks. So we have the basic ones. And then now it's going to update with almost. And a few more things that we need to add there before. Whoop, what? That surprised me. Maybe instead of tier photo, we'll do it as a tier picture.
Agree. Yes, tier picture.
Sure. So that will be what? Will be that. No, not this. I need to check into our settings to check what we have here for the upload function or component. It's not going to look anything as in the design, but at least it's going to be the same. Okay, so just input upload. Here, picture. Upload. And finally, we have the tier benefit, which I'll skip for now, because we'll have to work on that a little bit more. So still not there. Did the AI just made up some stuff, made a file that doesn't exist? Let's see. No, it does exist, so should not be a problem. Okay, so as that. While we are at it here, I see there's a big difference between the label picture color and everything. So let's actually look and fix the labels, which will be the last thing that we do here openly. And then I have something that I kind of want to share with everybody, I realize, and we'll probably focus more on that next week as well. So where do we have input label? Or it'll be under common. Select. So it's input label. There we go here. So right now, Henry, for the input label, I have only a padding bottom. So let's pick it up with your description. How should it look like?
So the padding up there, it should be between the title, the big title, and the form. It should be 20, and padding. Can you see? Oh, you cannot see my screen.
Okay, do you want to share? And I can.
Oh, no worries. I think it's fine. Yeah. Perhaps it will be easy for me to create like something like this. Okay. Hold on, just a moment. Okay. So between this title, the title description, and the form, it must be. It should be 20 pixels.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Okay. And this is appears on every time when you are asking to doing this. So between this section, like third title and other section, it should be 40 pixels. So, and yes, and also 80 pixels, it will be like for usually it happen for like another container, like for
okay, so that's a different element. So in this case, that would be for the. We
Do you mean
probably I'm thinking maybe for the modal in general. So if I look at the modal, let's see, where do we have the padding on the modal? It's 2 EMs on the sides, and you said on the top it should be 80 pixels. Let's do it 80 pixels, 2 EM, then 1 EM at the bottom, and 2 EM on the sides. So a bit more according to that. So, and we'll add a title there. Yes, at the top, which that can be here. That's not a problem. I think this. Let's try H2. At here. Wait. Oh, and that's because we have it here. Let's try this. 0. Or is it margin? Margin, it's marginal. There we go, and it's the primary palette, I believe. Yes. And now for let's see here. Let's do the font for family should be emphasis on the over there, and we wanted font color palette primary as well. And let's actually just call it my mistake. Palette theme. And I guess the font weight should be also 700, sorry. What do you think about the labels now?
In my opinion, it just I will prefer like for the color. I think needs
Oh, we
to
are
be
missing.
changed
We are
for
missing
gray.
the. Okay, so it's. Why is there? No, I'm trying to figure out why the margins on labels are not being applied here. Yeah, they are there, but they are being ignored. It just goes there and it does nothing. Even at the bottom where it should be fine. Boom, absolutely. And being applied, but there's like no reason why it shouldn't be. Okay, display. So many. The blog display is not doing anything. It's the contents display. Why is that one working for some random, but not for all of them? So that makes me think that the poor guy is being set somewhere else. The okay, so I'll have to debug this a little bit further. And now actually for the last part are these save buttons. So that we have so that we have all of those in there. This. And we need to have secondary. Be more things. Oops. Let's see the cancel text. don't think we have command.cancel in our language. That needs to be added. Oh, come on. Then we have some other issues there I saw. Specifically, it goes crazy like this on the side, which should not happen. But it was specifically designed to prevent that. Yikes. What has happened? That's... Oh, maybe this thing. Let's... Still available. Oh. Okay, so it does not. But there is some sort of a something here at the end that's making it needlessly bigger than it should be. Let's do a quick reload to see if it sticks. No, okay, now it's fixed. It's the size as it should be. Okay, I will figure out why the labels are so annoying later on. That's going to affect labels everywhere. Oh, it has some issues over here, so I will have to be careful that it does what it's supposed to do. And as I was working on things, I figured there's actually something that I would like to talk with, gonna discuss in the public. And let me find it. Yes, so if you follow my social media and our company media as well, I will be presenting on Writers' Conference of Northern Appalachia. So I kind of want to present here my early draft because Henry, I kind of have you to look over it design-wise, and also for Jasper, for you to, or for both of you and anybody else watching today, to kind of provide feedback. I will be also presenting this presentation, but with different references at ThoraCon a week later, or a weekend later, you could say. So the content, probably some nice picture here. It's, I'll kind of cover why, because the topic is creating the universe is ready for public consumption. Then I'll manage your universe knowledge, tools for management if you want to keep things private. And then from that, universe details for public consumptions and how to get to it. So the idea is to talk how to build universes that you can then go on and represent to the public. So I'll be covering why. So that's kind of the basics. Then I will cover here, managing your universe knowledge, some tips and tricks, and how to do that, and what also based on your needs. That will also be depending on your tool. Then I'll cover some tools for management that are private. Let me change the layout here to this. Should probably be actually no, sorry. It will be this double layout. So here it will be about the basic stuff. Basic stuff for how do you manage things when you're private? What's the difference then with the public? What do you need to take into account? And then actually here we'll go into the public stuff. So, but I'll just shorten this up. So this will be more of the private stuff. Again, this is more public. And then we'll start looking at some examples, starting with fandom wikis and how much fans build it. Lord of the Rings with the appendices, the Song of Ice and Fire with encyclopedias and whatnot, which kind of goes into the companion books. I'll find some nice interactive examples here, and from that part, and of course, eventually we'll also showcase Literary Universe. And then we have, say, the private tools, which are things, oh my God, I just blank on that. OneNote, Zim, Desktop Wiki, all these things are available. And one of them, which I have also locally here as well, is Obsidian. So, pretty much note-taking tools in general are the ones that we're talking here. And Obsidian, from what I heard, that I will have to do a bit more testing, has some really nice features and graphs and some other things which we don't have even in Literary Universe yet. And it's very, how should we say it, very complex and very advanced, which especially if you like to tinker and put everything on your own, then that's it can become very powerful. I've seen people integrating AI and doing some what is this new canvas and so on. So there is a lot of, as I said, people integrating AI and other things. But if you don't, really know how to do that, or are not a technical person and want to spend the time doing that, then it's not going to be that helpful. And that's kind of where we come at the end with our stuff. So private tools, let me just do here OneNote. Obsidian, and I'll list here some other ones I want to highlight. These I might want to get the actually this one is more of something in between, because this Zen Desktop Wiki, I open it up, like here, it's very similar to Obsidian, but doesn't have as many things. But it does have here something called Print to Browser, which allows you to make your wiki into a website that you can upload. So it's a very powerful. And probably in Obsidian you will have the same thing here as well. Then we have World Anvil. That's a big one, and I will have probably a couple more examples. So that's what we are looking to do, and we'll have Literal Universe, and hopefully we'll be able to finish one exciting feature by the time for the conference, which is on my top for just right after the fan clubs that we showed earlier. So that's gonna be quick preview of one of the presentations. And for ToraCon, I'll be having, of course, this, maybe some more anime examples in that regard. And then I'll also be having another, which I think will be more fun, presentation called Why I Started Watching Anime and Why I'm Still Watching It Today. So that one is more kind of the fun part with my introduction and some stuff. It will be more of a discussion. This will get updated, of course, because I think at the time it's going to probably add at least a couple of hours there. And then I am going to talk, kind of some of the issues that we have with, say, the Western storytelling, current issues that are present. Of course, with these, this is like not complete list, nor is it that it's issue with everything, but it's some things that have become pervasive or had some other impact as well. So, and stuff like this. And I just recently thought, this is just why here, and I would say I need to have here a slide of definitions. Entertainment/culture. And for this would be entertainment. have culture at the end, and in the middle we have, not sure yet what. I'll have to figure out proper name, maybe. Yes. It's called Thoughtful Entertainment. And feel free, to guys, give me feedback on this, because I'm really looking for ideas. And of course, oops, this is on the main. Because the idea is that, especially today in the West, we have a lot of fast entertainment. So, big explosions, a lot of action, but little to no thought, and you are going to probably forget it, that you even watch it in a few days. Occasionally, we get thoughtful entertainment, that there's something interesting in it that makes you think, besides all the other things. Something you might maybe take out of it. And then I would say, here I call it culture, or it could be like a hit. And that is something that you are going to be talking about for a while, or referencing it, and stuff like that. But it's like of a higher value in that regard. Sometimes it's very easy to spot. I think the most recent example in anime for this is Frieren anime, which pretty much, I think, almost everybody from the reviewers I follow and other people, like, they saw the first episode, was like, yeah, this is the show of the season, maybe of the year. And for most, it ended like in the top 3. But for most people reviewing the year, it ended in like top anime of the year. And it has a lot of things that really makes you think, and it's very amazing. But of course, we have a lot of fast entertainment in anime as well. I would say specifically the let's say the isekai genre. So, or you can maybe call like also fast food anime. I will have to kind of get this more better sorted out. And
Yeah,
but even there, I can make quite a lot of good case on that.
yeah. I want to know asking, what is fast food anime?
So that would be the what I called here the fast entertainment, or fast food entertainment, or anime. For the fast food, those are again the shows that you watch, and then you forget, really, especially after they finish airing, that you ever watch them, and don't really are that much of like any lasting impact. It was like a laugh, or it was just like a fun relaxation while you watched it, but you could have easily fallen asleep if it wasn't for like maybe constant stimulation or something going on. There's, I would say, quite a few of those in the isekai genre, just because of how it became popular, that I think By the Grace of God is the English title, would be the one I would probably put into there. It's just like, yeah, it's cute and everything, but it doesn't really give me anything. There's like no deeper meaning or message, or no interesting journey or something that I can kind of draw from it. It's just like the general, in a way, power fantasy, but not really. And another one, pretty much, it's also like the you could say the shows that you reuse existing tropes, existing format that we have seen or that have been like become successful with something. So you have the first show that did it, that became very famous because it did something different. But then you have like 100 other shows that do the same thing, and I think around number 20 it just becomes repetitive and boring. So that doesn't mean that it isn't enjoyable in the moment, but it is not, say, as impactful as the first one that did it differently. I for usually those can be like distractioning types of short of shows like Madoka Magica, which distraction the magical girl genre very successfully, but even it itself then later on kind of fell like to the commercialization and other issues because it was supposed to be closed, but since it became so popular because of what it did so differently, then there was a pressure to produce sequels to make more money, and of course when that happens the production suffers. The same thing I think can be said, or like a nice example is the fourth Matrix movie, if I remember correctly, where they pretty much tell you at the beginning that they didn't want to make it, but they were kind of forced by the studio to make it. Quite, on the nose as well. So, and it shows like in the production quality and the story quality as well. So that's kind of where this goes. That's kind of also where I felt I need to have this differentiation of like 3 tiers. You can maybe set it up for more tiers, culture, legendary, but also in this, legendary content could be something that was bad, but it was so bad it was funny, or you have a lot of memes out of it, but the show itself is not that. So I also have to kind of distinguish that as well. And so, but then of course I kind of want to go into why we still like anime, and in many cases prefer it to the Western shows. So that's kind of what I'm covering here. And one big thing I think is that anime has additional genres like mecha and isekai, which, especially from the Japanese cultural perspective, represent with like their staple shows in that represent different things. Like in mecha, the big one is Gundam and Evangelion. And Gundam especially, even though it's like a lot of robots fighting all that stuff, in essence, if you like really dig more deeper into it with all the, let's say, transhumanist messages, it's all about, it's pretty much a message of pacifism in a way. I personally, I would say the core message is like, if we could, communicate properly and understand each other, there wouldn't be conflict, which I disagree. I think it's a very naive idea, but that's one of the, especially of the old Gundams, that's a very common message. So that's a big one there. I think isekai, despite being, or reincarnation being fun, relaxing, I would say that's like kind of the biggest draw. It's relaxing, especially in the Japanese context. I think it kind of shows the national, how would I say it, like, predominant spirit, or in a certain way aspirations of the people. especially if you compare it, for example, to the Chinese or Korean isekais. So in Japanese, isekais, it's I reincarnate, and unless I'm forced, I kind of just want to have a slow, enjoyable living. I don't want to stress over many things, and I just want to pursue this one profession. So that, I think, is kind of the dreams of, I would say, the office workers and other people in very stressful and difficult professions. So that's how it
Correct.
comes to. While if I look more, especially like on the Chinese, on the Chinese themes in there, pretty much, the isekai, or not necessarily like isekai, but like going back in time or other similar power fantasies. A lot of the time, it's all about revenge and being nasty to other people,
Yes.
about having power and all that stuff, which seriously, like, kind of makes me very worried about the Chinese in that aspect.
Yeah,
The
you're right.
the Korean ones are a lot about status, which kind of reflect their society, from what I hear. So gaining status and all that stuff, because from my understanding, Korean society, if you gain status, like if you go to the right university, then you pretty much automatically get picked to the correct, the big company, and then you can have it easy, instead of if you're not so lucky, then it's not so good. So those are like very specific things that kind of showcase through isekai, but I have to be careful when I talk there that I don't just talk about this particular, because that could be a talk for itself. Then, of course, in anime, we have medium specific benefits, like expression of emotions, stunts, and situation that you cannot do in live action, because sometimes people just are not meant to bend in certain ways that they bend in anime. So and I think a big one for us is that characters in anime are characters, not actors. So you don't have say the baggage of the actor or whatever else they do. You can just really be immersed in that universe, not do anything. Anime, I would say, also pioneered the, let's say, more concise stories, because if you look on, say, the older productions of the 2000s and earlier, it was like episodic shows. So kind of the every week it was something different, and there was like rarely any overarching major story, or if anything, then it was kind of kept for, could say, the season end, so that they can entice people for another season, or like the mid-season points, or like special episodes that were longer. And anime kind of brought this, that you have a continuous story a lot, which was then really came on to big with Battlestar Galactica. But even then, Battlestar Galactica had a lot of weekly, say, shows, and then Game of Thrones, which is only the main story from the beginning to the end. So that's, I would say, also an impact that anime had on, could say, the Western stories as well, and so on. So I will get more into that. Of course, we must not forget that for many it's personal escape, and in many cases also has the epic stories, or epic story structure. There are some themes I might actually, and there's also you have like this specific Kisho Tenketsu structure, which is Attack on Titan, story structure if you think about it. So normally you have like the pyramid, rising action, climax, and falling actions. Kisho Tenketsu has this kind of twist in the second half. So usually with Attack on Titan, it's breaking down the hero, especially in the first half. Discovering more of the hero and kind of rest of the story, and then in the second half, after the climax, after the big battle, or something else happening, you have kind of we have the twist, which is usually some sort of revelation that something is not as you thought it was. So that's another one. And of course I have some non-animation or honorary mentions. So I have The Last Airbender, Wakfu, and then I will have to kind of go back to what I would say again to the structure to put some examples, I guess, more to it. And maybe also I would put in here legendary or hidden gems would also kind of be in the midsection. They could also be in the legendary section if they are like really interesting. So here are like some that I've kind of put out, and then it's going to be discussion with people on those things. So what do you guys think about this structure?
It's interesting.
I have to do a lot more work, but I am starting on that. And here I will have to figure out, because here I have like for fandom wikis for the writers conference, it's going to be more of a, say, the classical Western literature, which still doesn't have as many issues as, you could say, the shows and Hollywood, just because of how much bigger and diverse it is. And for Toracon, I will just change this slide and I'll have like anime and other wikis related to that there. I think I might keep these two here and a few more as well. So that's kind of the thing. I'm still kind of thinking how I could maybe mention Literary Universe in this presentation. Maybe probably when I talk about myself, because it's kind of going back to the roots in a way. Because when I kind of started at my university, I created a creative writing club because I saw a lot of these issues popping up, and so I kind of wanted to get more people together so that hopefully things can improve a little bit, at least in some small way somewhere. And let's see, there was the second one. I'll figure it out. So Jesper, any thoughts? Oh yeah, that's us. Yeah, actually, I just realized here the another thing is Literary Universe is also part of the progress to hopefully fix these issues.
I think you've covered it all for now, Yan. No additional information from me.
Join Yuri.
Yeah. It's like, the genres themselves, that's what they are. The problem is how people have taken it, and they're just like, especially like on the girls' side, it not the genres themselves. Sadly, some, I would say, young girls got access to it too early, and they have just like, when guys like any normal thing, it's I would say it's in a way it's paradised in some animes, or at least one of the sci-fi manga I'm reading. It's Paradise, where there's like a girl who, it's like two guys like just like doing normal guys things, nothing like, but she sees everything through this yaoi lens. So it's just like, okay, it's like funny, but if you actually meet people like that in real life, that's freaking scary. And I sadly had, so I have here a bone to pick.
Oh my god.
So I might have to be careful because you have like 50 minutes, and I want to get discussion from people.
Okay.
And wait, I should have double check here if I have Code Geass in here, because that one was, yes. So yeah, that will be something that I will be, these two, especially the first one, I'll be working on. And so hopefully by next, over the weekend, I really want to have a push on them and finish as much as possible for them. So then I have 2 to 3 weeks on polish. And Henry, especially from you, I will then probably ask for some nice, polish on the presentation itself once I have the basic things in there.
Okay. Ready.
So with that, my head is hurting, so I apologize. I will be ending this here, unless you guys have something that you would like to go over with.
From my side, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Okay, sounds good. In that case, thank you everybody for joining us, and I have to schedule for the future episodes, so stay tuned on Twitch, X, or YouTube for the coming weeks, as I schedule it in our backend, the future. So thank you very much, and we shall see you next week. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye everyone. Thank you.